Today I did my first Transcendental Meditation practice. If you've never heard of Transcendental Meditation, in a nutshell, it's just a meditative practice that gets you to deeper thinking and calmer thoughts, and it's supposed to take you to a higher state of consciousness. Now, the main reason why I am doing it is because I am very hyperactive, just naturally. I'm always bouncing all over the place, and I go from this extreme of being like high energy to wanting to take a nap. And I'd like to be able to focus my high energy times so that I can make stronger decisions and be able to prioritize my day a lot better than I'm doing right now. I started the series, the 4-Hour Workweek with Tim Ferriss. It's very intense. You should definitely check it out if you haven't before. It's already changing my life. But one thing that's important is being able to focus and being able to prioritize and to make strong decisions. And I find that one of the obstacles that I keep running into is the fact that my mind is always all over the place. I'm always thinking of this and then that and then this and then that. And I've done techniques that have helped, like taking a notepad with me and writing down my thoughts instead of constantly chasing after it. But I'd really like more control over the way I think and how much attention I give to my thoughts. So I decided meditation. I keep hearing wonderful things about that. And I saw a infomercial with a celebrity promoting Transcendental Meditation, and I respect this celebrity person, so I decided I'd check it out. I love all the promises that are given with Transcendental Meditation, so I figured I'd give it a try. Now, one thing that is kind of a disclaimer is that on average, it takes about 2 years to be able to do a full meditation session. And a full meditation session is, on average, based on everyone's accounts, an hour. As a beginner, I started with 20 minutes. And I'll do 20 minutes for about a year. Yay! 1 year of 20 minutes! And at the end of the year, I should be able to do a full 20-minute session. Right now, I was able to do just a few seconds here or there. I set a timer, as it was suggested to me by one YouTuber. I set a timer for 20 minutes, and I sat right here in this chair, tried to sit up straight. I closed my eyes, I had all the lights off. I didn't want any distractions because I know I already have a problem with, being all over the place. And I tried to focus on my breathing. Every time I went to focus on my breathing, I kept thinking about other things. I thought about what I was dreaming the other night, what I'm going to do today, what I'm going to eat. Oh, this is a great invention idea. It just felt like it was going nowhere. But I watched enough supportive YouTube videos in advance to know that that's going to happen. It's going to happen the whole time. And if I get a full minute, that would be a miracle. So I wasn't hard on myself, and some interesting things happened. So my first thought about doing the meditation was that I would sit here and go, and I would mellow out and get relaxed and feel like I was on a beach and there were waves or something like that. And maybe if I hit some sort of high of meditation, then I would get all these revelations. But that didn't happen at all. It is my first time. What happened was, I had tried to focus on my breathing and slow down my pace of breathing and think about where the oxygen was going and how it's going out. And then I tried to clear my mind completely, and thoughts would flutter in and flutter back and forth, and I would every time push those thoughts down and actively say no to those thoughts and just calm it. I would go through that cycle, and then at one point I noticed that I wasn't thinking about breathing slowly. I was just breathing slowly, and I felt very calm, and I almost felt like I was sleeping. Have you ever been in a state where you're getting low oxygen and you get kind of tingly, and it's because you just woke out of a nap, or maybe you got up too suddenly and you get kind of lightheaded? That's how I felt, sitting down, breathing slowly and deeply. I felt like there was a lot of oxygen happening right here, and there's tingling happening. I didn't really realize those sensations until later on. It was like till the 19th minute. And I only know it was the 19th minute because shortly after the timer went off. I also noticed that it was easier for me to get back to clearing my thoughts closer to the end. So in the beginning, it was like thoughts, and then it slowly started to filter out. I'm interested in longer sessions. I will wait an entire year before an attempt in a longer session. And well, actually, don't hold me to that because I could try it earlier. But I am not as frustrated as I was told I might be after my first session. And I think that was because I went in with an open mind and with low expectations. And also because I already saw those YouTube videos saying that, it's not going to work out for a long time. So just pace yourself and be committed to doing it every day. 20 minutes is not a lot of time. I waste so much time thinking about what I'm going to do and not doing it that using 20 minutes to calm my mind is nothing. So I'm going to do my best to stick with it. I'm going to write it on my calendar. I may even set a timer. Yeah, I'll set a timer that says meditate because I'm pretty good about waking up at the same time every day. That was my experience. If you have any questions about Transcendental Meditation, go look at an article because I don't know a lot. But if you want to know more about my experience, feel free to leave a comment below or to message me directly. All right, bye!